Seated with a band, starting out. All right. Hello. Welcome, everyone. I'm Ron. This is band class. Ageless Balance. We're going to do bands today. Take the band. This is the long band. It's the one we need today. Like that. We're going to take, and if you don't have one and you need one, let me know. I can get you one. Starting out, just keep a little pressure on the band. I doubled it up, so we're not going to extend it. We're not going to pull it apart right now. We're just going to bring it up overhead. Get some shoulder raises in here. Shoulder blades are back. Squeeze them. Start taking some deep breaths in through the nose. And back down. So we just up, nice and slow, nice and easy, little bend in the elbows. As high as you can get it. We're just warming up the shoulders, so you don't have to go that far yet. And back. One more time. Take it up. Stay right there. Let's do a side bend. Taking that lead hand, bringing it down. Keep the ear on the inside of the upper arm. Do not over pull. Do not really draw that down with that lead hand. You can go way farther with it than you really should. Up on the other side and down. Just like that. So when you do this, make sure that you're not pulling the sits bone up off the chair. You want just that stretch going through the rib cage of the extended side. Back in and down. From right here, we're going to go into a rotation. Again, using that lead hand to give a little more pull. Not a lot though, don't overdo it. I've had people who've tried to do that and they hurt their shoulders, so be really careful with that. Just coming around to that rotation only as far as is comfortable. Remember, feet are flat on the floor, knees, toes, hips, knees, toes, hips, all in alignment. Nothing moves, sits bones don't move, and bring it down. I'm going to go wider now. This is going to be a little different. We're going to up in front, down in front, hold right there, bring it back up over the top, lat pull down, bringing it behind the arms or behind the neck, and back up again. So it's down, up, and squeeze the shoulder blades together nice and tight. Bring it back up. Take your time with this. One more time. Down. Bring it right straight up. Elbows back as far as you can get them. You want the shoulders back as far as they'll go. The arms may not come up that far. That's fine. Just roll the shoulder blades back together and then extend that band. Pull it apart. Feel the muscles working between the shoulder blades. Let me get my arms straight. And then back up. And bring it down. All right, we're going to go to lower body. Warm up there. Wrap the band around the feet, around the balls of the feet. The arches, you want to do that so that the band does not come snapping back up in your face if you just put it underneath the balls of the feet. And I've seen it. I don't want to see it again. Don't want it to happen to anybody. All right, so first thing we're going to do, just really small moves. Step out, step in, and in. Keep the knees right above the ankles. What the band wants to do is bring the foot in and then the knee goes out. It's up to you to keep that knee and ankle in alignment and back in. If you need a little more slack, loosen up on the band, hold it down a little deeper, and then you can go out, in. But all you need to feel is the resistance as you pick that foot up and move it out. It's inches is all you should need. Even if it didn't move, if you can feel the muscles working along the outside of the hips, outside of the legs, you know that you've done what you're supposed to do. Out, and in. And back. Slow moves, starting out small and going bigger if you can. But again, you don't have to go real big. All you need to do is engage those muscles to pull the leg out. That's all you need to do. And in. All right. Toes out and toes back in. Just like that. I'm going to go a little tighter here again. Tighten it up and out, back in. I moved it up a little closer to the balls of the feet. Feel the muscles working as they roll that band out, working the ankle muscles to get that external rotation. Toes out, toes in, ankles get weak. When they do, that's when they start to turn, twist, sprain, as we were talking about earlier. Out, back nice and slow, hold, pick up, out, in, and back, down again. Heels, same thing. Move the heels out, nice and slow, especially when you come back in. So the band's going to want to pull the feet together really quickly. You don't want that to happen. You want to take it nice and slow. Fight that resist the band pulling you in quickly. Feel the muscles working on both ways. In, out. Couple more. Heels out, heels in, heels out, and heels in. Very small. Lift one leg up at a time and back down, going into a march. Be really careful on this. What happens a lot on this one is as you pick the foot up, the band pulls the foot in. So you're working the outside of the hip at all times to keep that toe and knee in alignment as you lift and back down. If you do that, this is a great exercise for these abductor muscles on the outside of the hips and the glutes, all of your stabilization muscles for your hips, so that you keep those muscles strong. That way the hips don't swing back and forth while you walk. So you're pushing out with the leg just a little bit, just enough to keep it straight. You don't want to go way out to the side and lift up. All you need to do is make sure that the band doesn't pull it in. So it's an isometric. It's keeping those muscles under tension the entire time. You have to always keep those muscles engaged to keep that foot out underneath the knee. You should feel this in the front of the hips, top of the legs. A lot of work there to lift that band up with the tension on it. And back, up, down, up. Couple more. And bring it down. One left. One left. Let me turn my chair here. Just start out. Leg goes forward. Leg comes back. Now, what you want to be careful of here again is as you pick up that leg and move it forward, the band is going to try to pull the feet together. Don't let it. And it's a small move so that that band doesn't come off from the heel. Up and out and in. Again, super small move. If it's not super small, tighten up the band. Go a little tighter with it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Out and back. Extend that foot up. Bring it in. Other side, same thing. Just step out a little bit. Lift the foot. Let it come back in. So we've got part of that march that we had last time, but now we're also working the front of the hips to extend, or the quadriceps, to extend that band out and back in. Slower you go, the more you're going to feel it. Up, forward. Make sure the back stays in neutral. Don't let it do what mine did. I'm so worried about my feet, I forgot about the posture. Up and back. Out. And in. Not bad. Not bad, huh? You can feel it, hopefully. Back. Now we're using the hamstrings, back of the thighs, to lift. But the whole time, outside of the hips are working. All the time. You should feel it all the way up the outside of the leg, really. These are great knee exercises for strengthening up the knee by getting those muscles under tension. Building them up, buttercup. Again, nice and slow. Take your time with this. Just feel how good it is. Back and up. And other foot, same thing. Lift, bring it back, small move, and forward. Make sure you're keeping the feet apart as you do this, as you bring that foot back, so that the band always has tension. If the feet are too close together and that band is loose, it's going to come off the front of the foot. Out and back. So what I'm feeling the knee, and the inside of the knee gets a lot of work as you keep that foot straight. And if that's happening, give yourself a little more slack. So I'm just going to bring the bands down a little farther so I don't have to work so hard to keep the knee out or to keep the heel out. Step back, step up, step back, step up, step up out of your chair now. We're going standing for the rest of the time. So right now you should feel that through the front of the hips, top of the legs, lower abs involved there. Whew. Standing upper body exercises. All these exercises can be done from the seated position if you would like. If your band is too short or you're just more comfortable with the stability of a chair, being in a chair, that's what you should do. First thing we're going to do, very first, is going to be curls. So get that band. You can wrap it around the hand. Maybe if it's long enough. What we're going to do is bring the band up and back down. The other thing you can do with this is you can do one side at a time. If your band is too short, there's too much tension there, either sit down or you can just do one side at a time. Do multiples of one side and then switch the band over to the other side. Make sure you've got enough room or enough slack that you can bring it up and back down. But keep the band under tension the entire time. 5 seconds, we're going to start. Shoulder blades back, chest out as always. And go. This one is really best. I found with this one is if you go the hammer grip, palms in. I found that if you bring it to the outside like this, it tries to twist the arm the entire time. And it does actually twist the wrist a lot of times. And you're putting a lot of pressure on the inside of the wrist. So go with this hammer grip. Again, wrap the band around one whole time. Then you don't have to squeeze as hard with the fingers. So if you do have arthritis in the hands, this is a way to get around that. Letting the band hold itself there. Up, hold, excuse me, and down. If you're using one side at a time, you should switch sides right here. Up and back. We're halfway into it. Keep the elbows forward. Band's going to want to pull the arms back immediately. You want to keep the arms right next to the torso so you can feel it through the biceps and up into the front of the shoulders. Squeeze it. And back. One more. Nope, we still have time for one. Bring it up. Hold for just a count and back down. Going to go to one side this time. Wrap the hand with the band. We're going to lift up the side. A side raise. So you want hand, band wrapped all the way around. If you're going to have it, hold on. See which one I like better. Outside of the hand. Outside of the hand. So you've got the band here outside of the foot, outside of the hand on the same side. And it's just going to be, give me a little more slack here. Up and down. You always want tension on the shoulder as you're doing it. But the great thing with this is you can really adjust the tension. It's not like you've got a 3 or 5 pound weight that you have to lift up. This one, you can give yourself just an inch more slack and then you get a little more range of motion out of it. So bring it up. We're doing it. We're started. Always make sure no matter how much you have the elbow bent that the upper arm is in the same plane as the torso. Less stress on the shoulder socket, on the muscles around the shoulder socket. Up. So I'm playing around a little bit here. Got a little pain in the shoulder, so how I hold it, I'm adjusting that until I find just the right spot that lets me do the exercise. I've also given myself a lot of slack on that side, so it's easier to move. And again, that's what the beauty of this. From right to left, I can switch off. All right, other side. I can make this side a little tighter now than the other. It's one of the advantages of that one side at a time. And here we go. Up. Don't have to go fast. The most important piece is when you're on the top right here, you hold it there. Make sure that arm's right straight, or not right straight out, but that it's parallel with the floor if you can get it up that high. If not, maybe give yourself a little more slack. Or maybe just bring it up a little bit. If you can't, there's resistance all the way through. If the only way that your shoulder doesn't hurt is to have it loose like that, then make it tight, but then just bring it up a little bit and back down again. Keep the tension on that shoulder. Up, 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're there. Under the feet. Under the feet, the band goes. Vincent band goes. Got the feet flat on the floor. We're going to go into a hip hinge here. Elbows all the way back. And it's out and in. Triceps kickbacks. Just push the butt out. Make sure the knees stay over the ankles. So you're in a skier stance here. Knees can come over the laces of the shoes a little bit. But you want to make sure the shoulder blades are back. Elbows are back as far as you can get them. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then extend and retract. Out. Feel this in the back of the upper arms. Again, wrap the band around the hands. If you have any problems with arthritis in the hands, or you've got any problem with that tension that the band puts on the fingers, across the palm of the hand through the knuckles. 15 seconds left. Stay down. You can be up here. That's absolutely fine, but just make sure the back stays in neutral. What you don't want is chin coming down to chest and you're trying to get those arms back as far as they can. And up. All you want to feel, we're done, is those muscles right on the back side of the upper arm on that one. All right, front raise. Out to the front. Up and back down. Again, I suggest hammer grip or palms in. Neutral grip is what it's called. And you can wrap the band around the hand if you have enough band. If I do it right, it's that whole remembering how to set up the bands. All right, so little bend in the elbows. You want to make sure that you're in neutral position. Extend through the shoulders and back down. Using this muscle in the front of the shoulder, those muscles in the front of the shoulder to lift and down again. Don't bend the elbows on this one. That's a curl. We already did the biceps. This is for that front deltoid. So it's a lift. I started. If you hadn't, you can just stay after class and finish it up. Down. Hold. Don't go all the way down. Don't let the band release tension completely. You want less, but you don't want just complete slack. Make those muscles work the whole time. Another nice thing about these bands is you can set it up very easily so that you have those muscles contracted the entire time you do the exercise. 10 seconds left. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you go down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, yes. Yes, indeed. Under the both feet again. We're going to do a bent over, elbows straight up, narrow row. Squeeze the shoulder blades as tight together as you can. And back down, like that. Here's another thing. If you can't quite find the right, going around the hand is too much or too little, you can bring it between the two fingers. That'll take just half the amount of band. Otherwise, and that may be the exact right place for you. It's a beauty band, so you can make it exact. You don't have to deal with a specific pound weight. All right, shoulders back, chest out toward the floor, and elbows back, squeeze. I want a little more tension here, so wrap it around one more time. This is where I use just the fingers, wrap around 2 fingers, then 3. Find just that right spot. The other thing I do is I start cinching down a little lower into the band. Shoulder blades together, squeeze, and back down. Make sure you can feel this between the shoulder blades, and make sure this one really will pull you down if you're not careful. If you feel yourself being pulled down by the band at all, step up high or stand up straighter, just so you can keep that back in alignment. And all you're doing is pulling the hands right straight up. That's it. 10 seconds. So you should be feeling in the shoulders again and across the upper back. And down. Let that go. Let that go. Last one we're going to do, shoulder press. Take the band across the back. So right arm is holding it down, left arm is holding it up, so it's coming across the back like floss, like you're flossing your back. And then find just right, what we're going to do is right here, it's going to be a shoulder press up and back down, elbow out to the side, push up and bring it back. That's all you're looking for. So we're started. We're started. Do it. Do it. Up and back. Stay a little bit in front of the head, but don't punch like I was doing. Goes right up front and down. Up over the top. Little in front of the head, just a little bit. And then back down. Don't lock the elbow out all the way. It should always have just a little bit of a bend in it. That's why you're going out to the side. It's much harder to lock it out on the side than it is going forward. Wrist straight, palm forward, knuckles toward the ceiling. I'm still working on getting that one. Down, up, push it through. You got 5 seconds left on this side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Remember, these are timed. You can do, I say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That may not be what you're doing. You may be doing them slower. And that's okay. Or you may have stopped because the shoulder was tired. That's fine too. Doesn't matter. That's why we do it timed instead of counting how many we do. All right, ready? Knees bent, shoulder blades back, arm up, elbow out. Push through. Bring it back down. Again, that forward just a little bit saves a lot of pressure on the shoulders. It also works the muscles a little harder this way. Up and out. For shoulder exercises, this is the best I've found for the easiest to set up. Band in one hand, band in the other. One goes down, one goes up. Because I swear, setting up bands is the hardest part. Getting it figured out in your hands. Get them just right, wrapped. Okay. You're done with that. You are done with upper body. We're going to go lower body after this station identification. This is the Ageless Balance Network. Underneath the feet. Get yourself a chair. Stand very close to it. I'm not going to have you wrap the bands around the feet. Here's the thing. My band tore. The bands, when you're wrapped around the feet, if you do start to lose your balance, you're done, because if that band's holding them together, you can't adjust. If you just go under the feet, you're less likely to get into a tipping situation where the band is holding the feet together, because you can move them a little bit. So, and you can correct a lot faster. So just keep the band under the feet for this, but please be careful that you don't lift the toe up. Keep the band back behind the ball of the foot, near the arches of the foot. Hey, where the arches? All right, first thing we're going to do is just step out and out and in and in. I can use a little more tension than that. To the side, to the other side, lift slowly. Here's where you want to be really slow about it, is when you let that foot come back in again. Don't let the tension bring it in. Work against it all the way in. up, in, and in. Feel it on the outside of the hips as you're doing that work, both ways. The outside of that hip has to stay contracted so the band doesn't swing it right in. Also make sure the toes are forward. The band has a tendency to pull the toes in. You want to make sure that you've got that neutral or that alignment. Pick up, out, in, and in. And bring it back in. Get next to your chair. Here's what we're going to do, one leg at a time. Just step out wide and then bring that back in. So we went much shallower with this because both feet were going out. Since only one's going out, only one feet is going out. Lift, step out, and back in, out, and in. So this is putting a lot more work into that hip because there's more tension there. It's got the full width of that all on its side, so it has to do all of the stopping the band from pulling it back in. It's got to do all of that. Out and in. The other thing you can do if you want is try to just lift it off to the side and bring it back in. That's a possibility. Maybe scooch over by the chair. You've got a way to hold on to the chair as you do this. That's really the best way to do this, is if you can hold on to something or up against the side of a wall and then out and in a corner. This is a great balance exercise, but we lose the strength capability of this exercise, or the strength part of the exercise, because we're spending all our time balancing on that other leg. So we don't get to focus on just these muscles on the outside of the hip. Out. Hold and in. Again, you can do a step here. And if you do a step, put the foot flat on the floor and pick it up straight so that the band doesn't come off the foot. You want it flat. Sole of the shoe parallel with the floor. Out and back in. One more time. Whew. Other side. So you should feel that in both hips. It works the stationary leg hard on this one. Out and back. Step. Leg does not have to come up very high. You can feel the tension. The minute you have any tension in the band, you can feel it in the outside of the hip. Again, not fast. You want to come to a full stop at the top and come back in. If you notice that with that one, I was out, leg right straight out. I was starting to lose my balance. I put the ball of the foot or the toe down and then lifted it back up and came in slowly. So I was still able to work that muscle. I just got my balance first and back. So I had that 2 points of contact. Once I felt I was steady on this foot, I could feel the whole foot on the floor. Then I can pick it up and bring the other one in. Slowly, slowly is the key on this one. Otherwise, the band does the work for you. That's no good. Out. And up, last one. And bring it back again. Forward, little back. So we're going to just take band underneath. You don't want to go too far with this. If you do, the band's just going to slide off the back of the foot. So you just want to pick the foot up. As you pick the foot up, the band's going to pull that leg in. You want to work the outside of the hip. So these are great glute exercises. Up, keeping it out. Step forward just a little bit. Back up and in. It's not a big move. Stay on the one side. Up, out, and in. This is a much easier exercise when you have the band wrapped, but it's a much more effective exercise when you don't. It's just having bands wrapped while you're standing up really bothers me. I've seen people lose their balance that way, and I just don't want to put you in that position. Small moves, step forward, nice and slow, weight shift, and bring it back. So this isn't a leg extension. This is you picking the foot up just like you're walking. You lift, You step forward a little bit so the band doesn't slide off the back, and then back in again. So weight shift forward and then back. It's not a big move because the leg doesn't go very far, but you bring yourself out just a little bit like you took a step, which you just did. Up and out. Pick the foot up, keep it pulled to the outside so that it stays in alignment with the knee and toe, knee and shoulder. Out, up, and back. Here again, wall, corner, counter, anything, chair. Helps you with that balance. You can always tap that toe, go into a kickstand forward. Just hold the ball of the foot on the floor, lift it back up, and then bring the leg back in. Out. In, last one. And back. Squats. Squats. Squats are great with this. So we're just going to go down. Grab on the band as you bring your torso down and the butt goes back. Inch the hands down with it. And now push up just like you would do a squat. Back down. Again, if you didn't feel enough tension, go down a little deeper. Legs are a lot stronger than the arms, so this may not work for you. You may not really feel it in the quadriceps as you push up, the resistance. That's okay. You do here. When you go down, don't let it pull you down. This is where the bands work really well for squats. Push up. Don't lock the knees out again. Keep them a little bend in them. Three more. Maybe you're feeling them warmed up a little bit. You want to dig down a little deeper, or you're having problems getting back up without the band pulling your chest down. Give yourself a little more slack. Take a little tension off the band. Up. Last one. And up. Let the band go. I'm going to take it in front. One of the things that is really nice about a band is when you put tension outward, pulling on the band with both arms, you engage the core, which gives you more balance. This is why we work core. Stronger core, better balance. So what you do is take the band right here like this, keep it right about chest level, and see if you can put your foot back and lift it up, balancing on that one foot. It can be a lot easier when you're using something that you've got in front of you and you're pulling, engaging the entire torso. Because to do that, you're going to stack yourself right over that stationary leg. Get yourself set first, and then up as you pull, and down. Small move. Feel that other leg work if you're doing it. You may want to do this right over a chair. It's a great place to do it. Hold it up there for about 5 seconds, and then you can let it back down. Other side. You should feel this in the shoulders, too. We're getting upper body at the same time. You're welcome. You're welcome. My pleasure. Step back. Start here first. Don't try to lift and then come back in again. Start with an easy modification, up and down. And then if that gets easy, then you can start lifting and coming back in again. But for right now, just do this. I'd rather have you in a very safe position if you're going to do that complete leg lift. I had a wall right next to me. I used it. And back down. My legs are getting tired. We got one more. Leg out front. Leg out front, same thing. Take the band, pull, and leg out front. Tap toe. Here's a great way to do it. Put yourself in kickstand on the ball of the foot to the toes, and then just lift. And try it two ways. Try it without putting the pressure on the band and lifting, and feel the torso as it's moving. And then band out front, shoulder blades back, chest out, and then lift the foot. And notice if you feel a difference in your stability. Again, that's why we do the core constantly. That's why we are always working core. It is such an important piece of falls prevention, balance. Tap. Up. Up. Other side, before we run out of time here. Start out. Toe forward. Arms out front. Use my strong leg first. Maybe shouldn't have done that. Again, this is a great one where you want to feel ball of the foot to the heel, that triangle all the way across the ball of the foot, going to the middle of the heel so you can feel it flat on the floor. If it starts to roll to the outside, body's going to go with it. Hips are going to swing out with it. That's why stable hips are so important. If you take and just roll that hip out just a little bit to the side, just let it drop, you'll feel the weight shift to the outside of the foot. You now have less base of support and you have weight shifting out to one side. Okay, you're good. All the fun little things with balance. Balance is so much more than standing on one leg. So much more. Step back, step away from the chair into a hip hinge. Stretching out the hamstrings. Letting the lower back kind of just drop down, droop down, and push up in to the chair. This one, super important because those legs are working constantly. Every time the band was wrapped or on the under the 2 feet, outside of the hips had to work, so let's stretch those out. Coming right straight down, knees bent just a little bit. Pull the hip in if you don't feel a stretch on the outside of the back leg. Okay, that was mine. That's what I had to do. I drop out. I got to bring it back to the middle. Otherwise I get no stretch out of it. Other side. Other foot in front of the other foot. Right over left, left over right. It's like a square knot. Had that drilled into me in Boy Scouts. Didn't want a sheep shank. You had to have a square knot so you could untie it. And bring it back up again. Shake that out. Small stagger step. Roll the hip underneath, stretching out the muscles in the front of the hip. Front of the hip and the quadriceps, front of the thigh. Doesn't have to be big. You'll feel it. Those muscles are pretty tight right now, so you want to make sure you get them loosened up. Other side, same thing. Does this beat trying to grab onto the back of your leg and lift and pull and all that nonsense? So much easier. It's so much safer for the joints as well. Front of the leg, front of the thigh, front of the hip. And pull it back up again. Shake it out. Shake it out. All right, step forward, toe forward, roll around to the outside, bring it back. We want to open up the hip. Make sure we've got it stretched out after all the contraction, working continually, holding the foot out. Bring it around and back, nice and slow movement. You control how fast it goes. You let it go, but you just don't let it flail. So you keep a little tension on that. Back and forward. Keep your torso upright, looking right straight ahead, not down at the floor. If you saw me looking at the floor, that was an optical illusion. I wasn't really doing that. Okay, maybe I was. Forward and back. Knees bent just a little bit. We're going to go into a arms up over the top of the head. Roll the shoulders up. Intertwine the fingers. Push them up to the ceiling. Roll the shoulder blades back as much as you can, no matter where the hands come to. Reach back because we did work upper body as well. So ear on the inside of the upper arm. Drop down. Roll the shoulder toward the ceiling. And other side. So I say roll the shoulder to the ceiling. It's just lift it. Lift it good. Feel the stretch on the outside of the back all the way down through the obliques. Up on top. Deep breath in. Stomach out a little bit. Then tighten up those core muscles, those abs. And exhale, bringing it down one more time. Up, 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 up. Deep breath in when you get to the top. Shoulder blades back. Fill the lungs. Let the stomach come out. And then feel the air going down in the lower part of the lungs. That extra little stretch that feels so good. And then tighten up the abs to force all the air out of the lungs. And we're done. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I will see you again on Wednesday. Come back.